Friday. How is everybody doing today? Today I'm going to be painting a dragon. Let me just get the phone set up so I can see the lovely chat. Okay. And how is everybody doing this lovely Friday? I haven't painted a dragon in quite a long time, so I thought it would be a nice change. I'm also trying oil paints again. I've never painted a dragon with oils. Hot. Okay, so I'm using the Cobra water-mixable paints. I've got a blue, I've got a green. Last year I purchased a set of water-mixable oil paints, and these had a nice review, so I thought, let's try them. They're really nice, I do enjoy them. And as you can see, they're almost still full. I haven't used them a whole lot, but maybe this year will be the year. Am I holding this right? Look at me. All right, let's put on some red. Oh, see what? There's some leakage. Very unpleasant word, and it looks nasty too. Like I said, I haven't used them in a while. Maybe I should have mixed them a little bit in the tube. I don't know. Yikes. Very nasty sound too. Anatomy lesson. Red, green, and blue will make a beautiful black paint. Very dark. Then I'm gonna have a little bit of yellow. I'm gonna make some orange, some white for highlight, and let's get to it. This Friday's when we're getting to it. A little mixer. Let's grab some blue. Okay, now we're mixing. I really do enjoy mixing paints. Just seeing the colors change and shift, it's such an interesting phenomenon. So this dark mixture is quite red, so I'm gonna add some green, lovely complementary color, to make it a little blacker, a little darker. Let's add some blue too. It's like cooking a nice recipe. You put the finest ingredients. Hi Clara, how are you today? What you doing? Oh, this is a very nice color. It's still a bit reddish on the reddish side, so I'm gonna put some more green. Are you working today? Okay, I like this. Doing well, back from Boston. A weekend to relax, that's good. I'm very well. Had a nice relaxing day yesterday. Just ever taken the day just to do nothing, it's like the best thing you can do for yourself. Just hang out with yourself without any outer influences. I took the dogs for a walk. It's something I haven't done in a while. So it was just nice. And I've been working on the lady too, on the portrait. It's coming along pretty nicely. Yeah, a truly nothing day. Like, it's really difficult to just not pick up your phone and keep scrolling, but it's really worth it. Okay, I'm gonna make a little bit of a reddish blue here, kind of like a purplish color. Let's see. It's really nice to just give yourself the time to think and to just sit and drink tea and stretch all day long. More blue. Are you working on something new and exciting? Some sort of artwork? I'm gonna make a nice orangey color. This will be very red, actually. The red totally took over the yellow. I'm gonna have to put more yellow. Oops. Splash. Haven't worked on art. Oh, nice. Are you doing it with the girls? Or are you doing a solo? What are you gonna be drawing or painting? And with what? So, a thing that I've learned over the years is that yellow in general is very, very weak pigment. It gets taken over by the other ones, like red, which is so much stronger. So when you want to make a nice orange, you put about, I don't know, 80% yellow and maybe 20% red, sometimes even less red. The red is very, very strong. I mean, depending on the brand and the kind of paint. Well, it's definitely a portrait. The Fearless Fabricators, that's nice. All right, and then let's do, I've got a purple. Let's just start with this. Maybe let's just do a little reddish purple with more red than blue. I want to make it a little bit cosmic color palette. Now, I don't know how pure these pigments are, if I'm gonna be able to achieve a true purple, but it's okay if the color is not totally brilliant. Sometimes I like it to be a little more muted, looks a little more natural. Okay, so let's do it. Hey, ciao Luigi. You're getting in Discord? All right, let me go and enter the room. Louis? Can you hear
Hey,
me?
how's it going?
How's it going?
Good, good. I'm just not quite live yet. This is one of those days where um everything that has gone wrong or could go wrong has
Mm,
within it's inexplicable. It's all these bugs, it's all this stuff. So it's a lot I'm working through right now. But I think I'm gonna get it on, which is good.
okay, I'm going to turn my phone into Twitch and turn my laptop into this live stream so I can see the. That sucks to hear, Louis. Don't worry, things will be better soon.
It is all good. All good, Laura-san. It is all good. All good. All good. Let me turn you up. Oh, you're already turned up. Okay, I have an idea. Throw this here. Turn this down. Okay. All right, Laura, say something, will you?
I say something.
Good, you say something. Okay, say something again.
I say something again.
Perfect. One more time.
One more time. With
That's it.
feeling.
Got it. That's it. It's I'm readjusting all my volumes.
Clara, let me know if you can hear Louis now. Let me know if my voice is much louder than Louis's, so I can change that. I really didn't like it. You know, I looked back on one of the live streams and Tagian was on. He's like, wow, even on your stream, Laura is, so bright. I'm like, that's interesting way to put it. Thank you. But then when I was listening, my voice was booming over your voice. It was quite uncomfortable.
That's probably a good thing. That's probably a good thing.
Oh, I doubt it.
Probably is. Laura-san. All right, I think we got everything up. See, what happens is that my main camera just keeps on, not the main camera, but the smaller one that's on my face keeps on bugging out and saying that like it needs a fast USB port which is plugged into, and so I have to just unplug it, replug it, restart the computer. I restarted 3 or 4 times, and finally it worked. But I don't know. Whatever. It's just there's so many moving parts to art streams.
Oh yeah.
It's just how it is. Okay, I'm gonna get this sketch.
I'm gonna answer Clara's question. The Luray Caverns are some amazing set of caverns. Some really cool caves in Virginia. We went to Virginia last year, and we actually went to Williamsburg, the colonial Williamsburg, and I wasn't really. It was a family trip, a family vacation, and we did all the entertainment parks and everything, amusement stuff, and but what I was really interested was not the historical crap. I found out when I was there that
historical crap. not the historical crap.
Who gives a
Who cares?
Who cares? See all the wars that people have had over the years. Not me, I don't know. But anyway, so I found out. So I was prepared to be bored of the historical stuff. But when I went there, I found out that there were these amazing caverns, and I said, okay, this will be the one thing that I'm gonna take away from this trip. I'm not gonna go home displeased. I'm gonna be happy because I love caves, you know me. So on the way back, but they were like 2 hours away. But on the way back home, we made a little bit of a loop. So we stopped at the Luray Caverns. They're truly magnificent. They're some of the biggest caves in Northern America. Not the biggest, but I think they're up there on the top 5 list. Pretty sure. They're amazing. Great. Thank you for the feedback on the voice.
I'm gonna turn my headset off just for a second.
Okay.
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 Duct tape. It's
ASMR, everyone.
This is the best setup on Twitch.
Indubitably.
Indubitably. Shit. We duct tape the phone so it doesn't. I have two mics. 1 second. Sorry. I think I'm coughing into both. This is not professional day. Phone. Damn you.
Are you having a cold?
I don't know what's going on with me.
Or allergies? I think they're.
I don't have
starting-
allergies.
Oh, of course.
I don't think.
You're a superior person. Very
Oh,
strong
yeah.
man. Above
Yes.
allergies.
Above everything. People in particular. Where? I think I got everything. All right, Lauda.
All right.
Let me see what you're working on.
Are you on?
Yeah.
Oh, here you are. Okay.
Yeah. All right. A dragon? Yours is much cooler.
Let me see if I can put your picture up. What are you gonna be working on? Ah, on the landscape.
Yeah. The landscape. Indeed. Should just start. No, no. Focus on the drawing. Focus on the drawing. Focus on the drawing. Do the drawing. Perspective. We have to focus on perspective. Louder. Perspective. We have to focus on perspective. The impressionistic bullshit that I put in the background. Make it fade, make it recede. That's what we do. Just stand here. Most of the drawing is done. In the back, standing here, staring, thinking. What the hell is going on? You know what's funny? I spent all this time trying to get that small camera up and I don't have it on right now. Maybe I should have it on. Maybe I'll make use of it. Are you kidding me? It's frozen. Fuck this. Sorry. Had to be said. I spent 30 minutes trying to get that camera working and it freezes out for no reason in particular. Screw it. I am not dealing with that anymore. If it wants to work, it's going to work.
That's right.
I'm not going to spend 30 minutes.
Deep, Lewis. Breathing deep. We can get through this.
It's over.
It ain't over till it's over.
It's over. It's all over. Stupid. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Here we go.
what have you been up to, Luigi?
Hmm.
What have you been up to?
Um, I have been a little bit distracted recently.
Mm-hmm.
Because of some stuff with my dad that's been going on, and I have not been as diligent as I want to be in here, which is why I haven't streamed that much this week. But I'm trying to get back into it. But essentially, there's 2 videos that I want to make, and it's on site size and the relationship between certain elements that people seem to piecemeal. It's like there's a lot of things you have to do as a painter, as an artist, in terms of like classical teaching, right? There's a lot of things you have to juggle in your mind.
Yeah.
And it's not to the exclusion to one or the other, but sometimes these teachings get piecemealed because they're very hard, and I think people focus on them. And in the focus, they lose track of the bigger picture and forget that that's what you're also supposed to be doing. And a good example of this is like, for example, using comparative measurements while doing site size. People say, well, you're doing site size, so they're not teaching comparative measurements. And there's benefits in using site size with comparative measurements for reasons I won't get into, but it's more of a less of me showing an art piece being developed and more of me explaining how you should go about your studies, right, in learning to do A, B, C, or D.
Right, but you're
Does
gonna
that make
show and
sense?
tell, right? Not just you talking head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's I'm gonna have examples. I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
I was actually what I have been doing. I said I haven't been diligent, but I have been trying to gather my wits, and especially with the guys, and women on streams that show work. It has kind of gotten me into the mindset of going back and looking through pieces of art and such. And so I'm finding examples all over where these teachings are prevalent. And I'm pointing out certain aspects. And what I want to do is break them down kind of, on the Photoshop, marking it up and such, circling things, saying, see what they did here. This is what happened here. This is what happened here. I'm trying to... That's going to be a good video, but a lot of the stuff I have to research in the sense just to organize my mind with it, and you know how it is, the organizational process of videos, right?
Yeah.
You're doing something, it seems like, oh, I can definitely do that. I have a conversation with this about this stuff quite often, but then when you translate it over to video form, you don't want to ramble on. So then you have to start organizing yourself and such, and that's kind of the process right now. Because I do ramble, we all know that.
No, what?
No. There we go. Whew. Yeah, I cannot figure out why some days this, the camera works and some days it doesn't work. I cannot figure that out. Cannot figure it out.
Your M50?
What?
Your M50?
The M50 is working fine. They had an update that fixed a lot of things, but it's the face cam. It's the webcam, right? But it's a good camera. It's meant to do what I'm setting it up for. It's not like getting an app on your phone. Like I used to get an app on my iPhone, and it was a little bit sketchy, right? And that's how I would do it. But with this, it's specifically designed for, it's a webcam.
Yeah.
And half the time it bugs out, and I cannot figure out why. And so, like I said, I was trying to 30 minutes. I was trying to get, and half the time it bugs out during the process. So there's something. I wonder if it's sorry, I'm thinking out loud. I wonder if it's a G-force. That overlay sometimes I heard messes with it. I might have to try to disable that, see what happens.
I don't know what that is.
Don't do that, but I've wasted so much time already on it that kind of hesitant to go back into it right now, especially live with my several hundreds of thousands of viewers watching. It would be disrespectful to them.
Yeah, yeah. I
Who
thought it was
cares?
millions, Louis. I thought it was like 5 million or something.
Well, several hundreds of thousands and millions of viewers. I was
Oh.
being modest, okay? So
Hundreds, thousands of millions, right?
prop Twitch up, with this. I propped them up. They should thank me. What house there?
Are you enjoying yourself, Louis?
Say what?
Are you enjoying yourself?
I do, but it's just there's a lot going on outside that's kind of scattered me a little bit, and I need to. It's very hard to do what I need to do right now in this, but I do enjoy myself. I really do.
That's good.
With a lot of things.
That's what matters, really.
Well, I love doing this type of stuff, and I love our community. Painting's awesome. There's so much I need to improve upon in my own work, right?
Right.
It's a lot to learn. A lot to learn.
And that's the fun, learning it and exploring. I think that's the fun.
True dat.
And hello, Steve. How are you doing today? It is a good day.
Steve.
Steve does some really cool, fantastic work. Fantasy stuff, pet portraits. I particularly
Really?
like the fantasy.
Fantasy?
Stuff. Yeah.
Ooh.
And all sorts of beautiful ethereal scenes.
Nice.
That can happen, Clara. And how is Steve doing today? That's okay, Clara. Clara said, when you have two important people in your life, but from completely different areas that have the same name but is spelled slightly different. She misspells their name constantly. Like Michelle with one L and Michelle with two L's.
Really? What an amateur.
Right. Amateur mistake. Yes, I'm excited to see this dragon too. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just going with it. I don't know.
One of my problems, I tend to be a little bit too precise, or too rather uptight, let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Not always precise, but I'm sometimes, instead of trying to just go for the impression with certain things or being loose about it, I get caught up you know, in making
Perfectionism,
it.
Louis. It's called perfectionism.
Yeah, it is. But I think that's too because I'm fighting my own mistakes that I should not be making. That's what I've determined. This.
Clara agrees. You are too uptight.
Probably.
That's part of his charm. We can't all be loosey goosey, you know. Somebody's gotta
Loosey goosey.
hold the reins of their
We can't all be loosey goosey.
loosey goosey, lackadaisical. I know
Yeah.
it's lackadaisical. I can't stand people who say lackadaisical. So I am also uptight, I think. Grammatically.
Grammatically uptight.
Yeah, I get a little flustered when I see people or I hear people saying the wrong word or mispronouncing it or misspelling it or not even knowing what the word means and using it anyway.
Right. Drawing this, I'm also thinking of how I'm going to paint it, develop it. Here's the thing: the problem I have with my work is that it's oftentimes very slow work, and I don't feel like it's always the best to stream this stuff. But there's a lot of value in it. So it's...
Sam chipped in the conversation. How do you say it? You know, when a person has a strong point, how do you call that word?
A strong point.
Yeah, give me a synonym for strong point. Or quality or skill, something. Starts with F. Pretty easy.
Forte.
There you go. It's actually fort. Believe it or not. It sounds.
Is it fort?
It's fort.
A forte sounds more intelligent.
Forte. I know it does, and that's why people use it. But actually, it's fort because forte is only that note in music, and it has the that accent on it. But forte is how everybody knows it. Thank you,
Right.
Sam. That's the one. And sometimes I get caught and say forte just so people understand what I'm talking about. Although deep inside, I know I'm making
Deep down, a grave error.
a grave error.
Grave mistake. For the first time, for the last time. Mistake.
Clara says, the answer in my opinion is to push yourself to stuff you are uncomfortable or try to do something that breaks the mental cycle. Yes, otherwise you'll hit burnout. Or you'll just burn out. Which is better, to hit burnout or to burn out? Today's philosophical question.
To manage it. Because I think I'm always burnt out.
Me too.
And if I was like, oh, I'm burnt out, I feel, then, whatever. Screwed.
I said the other time, I'm in a constant burnout to the point where if I ever question being burnt out, I just gaslight myself into
You're already
shutting
screwed.
up and shut up. You just keep going. You can do it. Why
You're
are you
already
complaining?
screwed.
Right.
Exactly.
There's time to rest in the grave. Get up.
Bitch.
I'm the tough love kind of person. Not the best parent.
I think those are the best parents.
It sucks when your child isn't like you, you know? Because you can push yourself and you don't know your limits, but they're not the ones that are there now. You know that the limits are to be pushed further. When it's a child and when the child is, not like you, and you kind of get soft, and you won't rest when you're dead either. No, I'm gonna come back to haunt you all.
Louis. Val. What's up, buddy? Yeah. bitch. Oh my gosh. Dude, bro, man. Dude, bro. Dude.
Yeah.
I am looking at my work and thinking how bad I am at it right now.
Gotta stop that
Oh,
voice,
good,
Lewis.
good. Talk to me about it. Tell me about it. We're having a very philosophical conversation that is, frankly, over the heads of the people who are watching your stream right now. I won't get into it. It's not worth getting into. Just know that it's very highly intellectual. You really, Val. Good job. Good job. Nobody, nobody would understand what we're saying here. Essentially. Dude, how am I so bad at drawing? I swear. This is just one of those days. No, it's not. This is a good day. Second you say it's one of those days, you shoot yourself in your foot.
There you go,
Just stop
Lewis.
being
Pick
pussy.
yourself up.
You pick yourself up. That's impossible, by the way.
By your bootstraps.
Sweet, sweet justice upon my foes. Oh, that you will, Val. Ha! That you will. Which, by the way, I have zero faith in the rework. Zero faith. Zero. With a capital O. And a capital E. And a Z. But not an R. Okay? You got that one? Is that what you're doing? So if this doesn't make sense, all I have to do is put my mic up and y'all can't hear me. But my stream can. Do you want me to? Is this bothering y'all's stream? Because you don't know what's going on, and it wouldn't make any sense. It's not even art related.
Okay, whatever you feel like. It's Lewis. You can have your chat with Val if you want.
So essentially, lift my mic up. Give me a second. I'm gonna lift my mic up so I don't bother you. But I'll put it back down when you talk. I'm listening. I have my headset on.
Okay. Thank you, Clara. Yeah, you can, when you're in a bad mood and tired, you can't really sit down and be creative. Or maybe that's just what's gonna pick you up. You never know. You never know.
Val, guess you were from Romania, by the way.
What does Val say?
Laura.
What does he say?
Val, guess you were from Romania.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's it. He also has a good friend from Romania.
Ah, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they're a very nice person. I don't know. I don't know everybody from Romania. Can't vouch for anyone but me.
What do you think about yourself? You think you're a good person?
Me?
Yeah. Just ask like really stupid ass questions to each other. Go.
You know, I try to be a good person. I don't know if I'm always achieving.
Do you think Sam would be able to tell you straight to your face?
I'm a pretty decent person in general. I don't always do my best, but compared to others, I'm pretty good. I think. I don't know.
So this Romanian lives in Canada.
Nice.
Val, what's her name? So we can ask Laura if she knows this person, since that was what we do. Do you know this person? Because Romania,
Oh my God.
I'm sure she knows everybody there.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a very small country. Everybody knows everybody.
Definitely. That's how it is. So-
I think Sam said that I am a good person in general. Or
Daniele. Daniele. Do you know a Daniele?
Daniela?
Daniele with an E.
Huh.
But
Oh,
he's also saying he doesn't know how to spell it, and we don't know the last name.
Right.
Okay.
I do
So,
know
do you
her.
know that person?
I do.
Good. Okay. Val.
I was in the same class with her in a general school. She was one of
Laura,
those,
what's your last name?
my not my maiden name or my actual name, present
Both.
name.
Both names, because I'll remember them because I have a photographic memory. Go.
And you can picture it in your mind right now. It's my current name is Bray, B-R-A-Y, like a donkey's bray.
Right.
And my maiden name is Andrus. That's Andrus with a little comma underneath. That makes it a sh.
Andrus. All right.
Yeah.
So it's Laura Andrus. Okay, Val. That's how they say it too, and you have to get the aggression.
Shout
into the
it.
name.
Yeah.
You have to shout it. Andrus. It is a sweet maiden name, isn't it? Val, what's your maiden name?
Hi, Jamie. Wait, is Val your lady friend or your man friend?
Man friend.
Right. Okay. That makes
Allegedly.
more sense. That makes more sense.
Allegedly.
That's why it's funny.
I've always thought that he has a voice modulator. Right.
Ooh, look at that nice purple. I just mixed the white. Isn't it magical? Lewis, magical, I tell you. When you mix white into a very dark color that you don't know what it is, and then it turns into a very nice color. You can actually see it.
I don't care anymore.
That's why I like hanging out with you, Lewis. It's nice to hang out with somebody who's more depressed than you.
Bitch.
You're welcome. Just trying to uplift you.
I don't need uplifting. I need to just... You know what I might do? I might go look at graves this weekend.
That's a good idea.
I think so. You know? It'll make me cherish the time that I have left.
Yeah.
You know?
Memento mori, carpe diem, that stuff.
Good on carpet. Just, you know, I need a healthy perspective on life. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Val has a good name too. His name is Strong. Last name is Strong.
Oh, nice.
That's his maiden name, but then he's one of those guys that changed his name to to Cheryl. It's the last name, his wife's last name. His wife's name is Jane Cheryl, and he changed his name from Strong to Cheryl.
Nice move. Good
In
move.
his moment of weakness.
In his
He
moment
actually,
of
when he was
strength.
proposing to his wife, he was so nervous that thought, well, I have to give incentive for her to marry me. It's not enough that, like, right? I don't have the self-esteem for this. So he blurted out in his haste and to his everlasting regret and shame, I will change my name, last name to yours. Right? And so even though my last name's Strong, ironically, he changed his last name to Cheryl. Okay? Which they pronounce it Churl, actually. So it's really Jane Churl. Well, fun fact.
Nice. Thank you for sharing that.
Val, you don't have a voice. You see, this is the thing. You don't have a voice here. All right? I'm gonna make sure it says never in a million years. That was like the last person who would ever do anything like that. Because he's a misogynistic pig. Heartless.
My last name isn't Dreams in reality, not legally. Maybe, metaphorically it is. My middle name probably is Dreams.
Is what?
Dreams. Because my
Dreams?
YouTube channel, Laura Dreams.
Yeah, right.
It used to be Mural Dreams by Laura. And then I changed it. Because I don't only do murals, so I'm like, maybe I should put... Because everybody would call me Mural.
Right.
People don't like reading past one word in general. So I'm like, maybe if I put my actual name, my Laura first, maybe they'll call me Laura instead of Mural.
Right.
And I'm like, I can't lose the dreams part, so I said Laura Dreams.
Yep.
I think it's a very, very aesthetic, audibly aesthetic name. I don't know. Melodious. Don't you think?
I guess. I don't know.
Louis, I've never seen you like this.
I'm fine. I'm actually in a pretty good mood. I am what? I am. I am. I'm gonna give.
That's even more worrying.
Right? Sounds like this guy's on edge here. Son of a bitch. Will hear me?
But I've been there, Louis. I've been there, and I know, it goes away. This too shall pass.
I really don't care. Bring it.
Yeah, right. That's.
Everything's just actually totally cool.
Have you reached the Tyler Durden phase where you have to lose everything in order to do anything?
I think honestly it's in the process of happening right now. It's fun. It's fun. It's all good. It's all good.
You were not a unique snowflake. Reading past one word is fatiguing. It is.
Bitch.
Hey Clara, if you're still here, can you post Lewis's stream link in the chat too? Because I didn't get the your window up.
But y'all stay at louder stream. There's honestly, this is kind of a boring phase, I think, in my opinion, of the piece I'm working on. I finer details, sketching architecture, and just trying to get all those small little details correct. Very something else. You still there, Laura?
Yeah.
Laura?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, good. I use Templar's Verdict in Paladin rotation. Yes. Actually, one second. Let me answer this. I'm gonna put my mic up for a second.
They are oil paints, Sam. Yes, indeed. No worries. How's your day going, Sam? And how are you doing today, Jamie? How's the world on planet Jamie? How's the weather? Where are the mountains? Got ourselves a gothic dragon here. Weather is good. Oh, that's nice. All right, Sam. Have a good time having your lunch. She's going to be beautiful, Jamie.
Let you go, but have you really gone?
It's a little cool. Yesterday was really nice, very nice weather. My daughter even went to the park with her friends. And it was sunny. Today's supposed to be warm, but it's a little cloudy. But it's pleasant, it's pleasant. Can't complain. They're water mixable oil paints, so I can mix them with water, which is really nice. Make myself some more, a little bit of purple. Some blue, some red. Some white. The are cobra oils, yeah. Have you used them? I really like them. They're very shiny, but very pleasant to work with. Very nice and creamy. Louis is talking to Val, so he doesn't want to intrude on our...
We're just having a nerd conversation over here. We're talking about paladins.
But he's not missing a beat, he's here.
I'm listening to you, and they can hear your voice, and it's just. Then Val, then you need to show me what you're doing, because I mean, maybe Xerxes is right. Like, maybe maybe it's good and. I like that they're water soluble, Jamie, because I can clean them with water and dilute them with water, which is nice. I think I like that feature. But they still feel very creamy, and they dry. They take a while to dry. There, Laura.
I'm here. Yep,
Laura-san.
I'm here.
Still there. Sorry, we're having like I said, a nerd conversation.
That's okay. I'm just focusing on painting.
Good. As you should be. Shit. Yeah, that. That's looking really cool, Laura.
Thank
like
you,
that.
Lewis.
Yeah. Looks really cool. Actually, this isn't. I think that's a good strategy. That's a good strategy. I like that. I'll try that. I'll definitely try. I mean, they're changing everything up, so I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, Stanley. What's up, buddy? Hey, what's up?
Trying to get this drawing correct here, so I spend less time correcting oil paint. When I come back, Laura, it's the first thing I do with my work, because I always work on things for some period of time.
Mm-hmm.
I always see a lot of things that need to change
Mm-hmm.
from the previous day,
Yeah.
and because my eye is rested, or for whatever reason it's rested, and so that's the first thing I do. I try to correct the drawing and see. I'm sure you do the same thing. Like, you'll come back, you'll see something that looks totally different because your mind's rested from it. You're distracted by certain things. You're rested. See all this stuff. So I'm shifting everything right now over just a little bit. Let's do these minor shifts. Minor shifts. That's good, Val. Yeah, that's a good move. Good move. How's your work coming? I think that looks really good, Laura.
Thank you. Just working out the values. Doing.
I think
darks now.
I think my internet's cutting out again.
Oh no.
Yeah. I think. Well, I think
We won, Steve. Thank you for stopping by. Maybe you'll make it back if I'm still on. If
Later,
not,
Steve.
Have a wonderful weekend, man.
Oh, you see it fine? Okay. Then I don't know why, like, the player's cutting out for me or something. All right. this so I can actually see what I'm doing. I'm glad you can see it. Yeah. Huh. Well, Val, this is good. Honestly, if you want to, I'll play with you if you want, but I'll bring your rating down. But if you want to play, I'll play with you. Let's get these columns in. Make sure this is correct. I think this comes down. It. Thanks, Val. Thanks, buddy. I have my rogue. I have mage. I don't know. I don't. So. Top.
You say you had no clue what I want to do with you.
Laura, that's looking awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's looking really good. Very good.
You know, it's colorful.
Yeah, that it is.
You know from the start that nothing's gonna break my
You're making really good progress, though.
baby.
good.
You are, I mean.
I am. It's coming along. It's
Yeah.
gonna be good. It's gonna be a good painting.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a very good painting.
Really,
I think.
yeah, you're really good at perspective and
Thank you.
buildings. Make them look really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no need to pretend that you don't when you do. I really want to know, so throw me aside and show me you do.
Yeah, I'm trying to like the thing is I could go into painting right now, but I know that I'd be correcting stuff in paint,
Mm-hmm.
and it's easier to correct in chalk now. But it doesn't make necessarily like great entertainment. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Watch. Yeah.
It's tedious. I prefer to
This
skip that
is-
part. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
I always cheat. Well, sometimes I cheat. Delayed gratification is. I'm trying to work on it. I'm working on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Delayed gratification. It's a good way of putting it.
Although I did take my time earlier, I did take like 5 minutes to sketch this dragon out first.
Did you?
Well, yeah.
5 minutes. Good job.
No,
Great
no.
job, Laura.
It was probably more like 15, 20 maybe. I
Right,
don't know. It was pretty easy design. It's just a profile.
Right.
Not a
Right.
lot of, complication.
I hear you on that. I hear you on that.
Please don't keep me far away for too long. Please don't keep me far
It's okay, Kale. It's okay.
What happened, Kale? What happened?
Somebody must have drove by.
Drove
Very
by. Where are you going?
Trigger go lucky. Trigger? No. I don't know. Trigger happy?
Shh. Yeah, Val says trigger go lucky's better than trigger happy.
Yeah.
I agree. Trigger go lucky. It's funny. Very pleased with Tagging's work.
Yeah. He's a very determined young man.
He understands concepts that a lot of people who actually are going to school don't understand.
Hmm.
quite nice.
Bye, Jamie.
Jamie,
Have
see
a
ya.
great weekend too. I just came onto my stream to see what's happening, and Jay just found her comment. I don't know if she's still here or not.
Oh, gotcha. I do that all the time. Freaking time. 8.
तेरी मोहब्बत सताया वे सारी रात जागी ना सोई वे तेरी मोहब्बत सताया वे सारी रात जागी ना सोई वे सारी रात जागी ना सोई वे कटे गए दिन बीती रातां आया ना सजना जग वे तेरी मोहब्बत सताया वे सारी रात जागी ना सोई वे कटे गए दिन बीती रातां आया ना सजना जग वे तेरी मोहब्बत सताया वे सारी रात जागी ना सोई वे कटे गए दिन बीती रातां आया ना
Are you listening to something good, Louis?
I'm listening to Neverwinter soundtrack. It's a game. I don't play it, but I think it's a beautiful soundtrack.
Is it a rock or
No,
fantasy?
it's kind of like dramatic classical.
Ah,
But it's epic. It's a game. It's
it's epic, right?
it's a video game. So I mean, it's it's
Right. It's epic.
it's epic.
Not really into epic music. I am not.
Oh. Well, I like epic music because it fits my lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Makes sense, yes.
it makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Yeah. You're basically listening to your life soundtrack as you live it.
There's a reason why I muted myself to your stream because y'all didn't want to hear about the dynamics we were just discussing, which was the highest level of nerd you can possibly reach, except the guy I'm talking to is very good. I'm not. So I wish I was good, but I'm not. I used to be better. But I'm not. Games and
Still playing Overwatch with Clara?
I want to play with her, but I don't think she's playing that much, and we're playing some to mix it up. I mean, the guys, but like Val and Xerxes. But I don't like what they did to that game. They messed it up.
Oh.
In my opinion, they really screwed. Mess things up. Val, where are you up to anyway, man? Rose painting. Yeah, it looks really cool. So what are you gonna do with that Lauda?
Oh, I don't know. I hope I'll sell it for $5 million.
That's not bad.
Just like all of my other paintings that I've sold, every single one of them.
Right.
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 In fact, my studio is so empty, I need to keep producing in order to keep it from echoing all around here.
So, sorry, I just read Val's text, and he's talking about how he's trying to get in shape. So he said like to do that, he knew he needed to get rid of all the beer in his house. So yesterday, in an attempt to get rid of all that beer, he drank all of it. So now he's hungover. His heart was in the right place, is what he said.
And
It's
that's
pretty
what
and now he doesn't feel like doing anything now. So it kind of,
no remorse.
it's pretty funny. Yeah, it's actually really funny what happened. That's
Well,
really funny.
that's the way to do it. Now he doesn't have any beer anymore, which is a step in the right direction. See, he's already taking proactive steps to be a better person.
Oh, yeah, he has. He's been trying to change his name back to Strong for a long time. big and strong.
Strong in the arm.
He wants to. If he says if he ever has a kid, he's big and strong. BIG space in. Big in.
Nice one.
Shit.
Oh. Does your back start hurting when you stand up too much? Painting, Lewis? Oh.
No, mine doesn't. I don't know if it'll eventually, but maybe I'm used to it. I don't. Fortunately, I don't have back issues.
Must be nice.
I mean, maybe sometimes, maybe like right back rhomboid, like in between your scapula and stuff. But I think the thing is that I've had so many issues in the past from working out that I kind of do exercises that strengthen those muscles, and ever since I've done that, I haven't had any back issues. I haven't really thought of it. Don't get me wrong, I have issues. I have a lot of issues.
We know.
But fortunately, backs are the worst, though, especially low back.
They're not the worst. They're worse.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
Like teeth. Teeth are worse than back, I think.
Just
Head is
teeth?
worse than back. Yeah.
So, like, the thing with you stand all day, it's good for you, apparently. And I stand most of the day, right? Especially when I'm doing this type of stand.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, I feel pretty good. For the most part, physically, I'm fine.
Yeah, mentally is the challenge.
Mentally, I feel good. I just
Well,
need to keep my temper in check. Which is fine, it's in check. I tend to be a little bit too hard on myself over things, which is not good. I've noticed this. Like, I think I was actually doing this stream with talking to Val about nerd stuff, which it's like a game, and I'm like beating myself down, which is stupid as shit. I don't do it. Like, I get in this mentality, and this is not good shit. It's like, I get in this mentality where if I'm disappointed with how I've done my work, especially the day before, I can kind of beat myself up with it, which is not being a perfectionist. That's being an idiot, right? You can still be a perfectionist, not like degrade. Sometimes I fall in, and then it'll kind of translate into everything else that I do, which is not good. I've noticed I do that, so I try to, you notice things and you try to shift it, shift your mentality.
yeah.
That's what I'm doing. So I'm starting to put some shadows in here because it's starting to apply to the big shapes, but I can still shift them if I.
I think it's good to criticize yourself and to want to be better. And, there's a limit to that, of course, but if you always are happy with what you've done, then you're not challenging yourself to do better things, There's always something that one can improve, always.
Yeah, I hear you. Val says his back always hurt. I know, Val, he's a line worker. And those guys are climbing, and they're always having to do physical labor, pushing, pulling. I think mainly pulling, that's your back right there.
What are you
Lifting
doing,
things,
Val?
lifting those telephone poles, which are heavy as shit. And he already has, had some disc issues, right? You had some bulging discs or herniated discs or stuff. He's had some bad things, but he toughs through it. Which is good, man. That's what you do. You tough through. But he's also trying. He's in his 30s and trying. He doesn't want to have obviously um, back issues, or got to be careful.
Yeah.
He's had it rough. Or like a couple of years ago, Val, you were saying that. I remember like something. Didn't you have it worked on, or a temporary fix for it, or something happened? Let's see what. Back issues and he smashed his sciatic nerve.
Oh.
That can't be good.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah,
That cannot be good.
back-breaking work.
Painting. I agree. It is.
Literally back-breaking. You know, in that sense, the cool thing is with that type of work that he does, it's very physical. So I
Yeah.
don't know if he necessarily needs to go to the gym all the time, but
Right.
that's also the downside of it, that it wears and tears on your body, and you can't get away. You know, the gym, right? Gym, you can take breaks. You
Yeah.
can pace yourself. You can choose what you want to do. You can't. You have to do it, and you can't break from it. You have to, and that's the very difficult thing, you know, because you can't always help how your body feels. Sometimes shit just happens. So that's one of the rough. It's like an up and a down, I would think. Physical labor.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, not
it's
to
very
mention
difficult.
the chance of injuries, you know, when if something falls or something like that.
Oh, definitely. That's a big one. And I mean, he's also working live wires. This stuff will literally, you'll just explode into flames if you get just nicked by this stuff. It's incredibly dangerous.
Worse than the
Right.
circus without all the fun stuff, you know?
Where do you come up with these comparisons?
I don't know. I was just thinking that I've always kind of wanted to live, well, you know, up on the wire in the circus. I've always thought it would be a fun
Of
thing.
course.
Maybe
Of
next
course,
time
that's
around.
totally normal. Totally normal.
What kid has not wanted to be part of the circus? You tell me.
Me?
Sorry for your childhood.
Yeah.
I still want to join the circus. I just don't know how to run away from my family. They'll notice their dinner isn't being served.
Screw something. Shoot. I see it.
Hope Sam's not still here. He heard that if he is. No, everybody left. That's okay.
Thought I heard something. Epic music playing in my earphones and stuff. I'm gonna leave. It's epic. Screw it. There. Do that. This is. Okay.
So you're gonna paint that with oil paints, Louis?
Yes. And I'm gonna regret saying this. There's a painter, a landscape painter I greatly respect, um, named Mark Boges, but I don't know how to say his last name. He's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Boges, Boe, I think DGS or something. I should know how it's spelled. I love his work. But he does it all the time. Like, he is a landscape painter specifically. That's what he.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very high standard. And I want to attempt to do it in this style. The problem is, I don't know how. Number one. Number two, this is going to be time consuming painting.
Yeah.
It's going to be a challenge. So I'm going to paint it. But I don't know how good it's going to look.
Do you generally project how much to you and to the client, how long it's gonna take you to paint it?
I do.
That's good.
This is for my sister.
Oh, right, I forgot.
And I,
She doesn't
good
have so
price.
much of a timeline.
I just want it to be good.
Yeah. Which is understandable.
Yep. Yep. Gonna be very good. So I'm just essentially to get everything all set up. Sorry, I totally lost my train. I'm trying to. I forgot what I was gonna say. Whatever. Fill in the blank. I'm trying to. Whatever. It's gonna be a challenge. There's no reason why I can't pull it off, but I might not. Right? I know I can do it. It's just a question of if I do manage to pull it off. Sometimes I do pull things off. Other times I don't pull things off. But I want to try to keep a high standard. No, this is off a photograph. I don't have a choice with the problem.
Do you often have the feeling of having a little doubt whether you're gonna pull something off at any part of the job?
I don't have doubt that I can do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a commission, I know that I will work until I get it.
Right.
But sometimes it's more of questionable whether or not I will. Right? Like, yeah, sometimes I do question that. It's not that I doubt myself. It's just sometimes I just do stupid shit. It's just how it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as long as I'm not stupid, as long as I stay focused, I'll be fine. But it's more of that. And frankly, I don't really try to. I don't think too much, because if you start thinking, you psych yourself out about this, and some people get nervous over this. I never get nervous because I know what I have to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get nervous if I didn't know what I was doing. And I'm not saying I can do everything, but I'm saying I know I can get it up to a certain. I know my weaknesses, and so I'll work around that, and I'll try to improve upon them. Right, but there's always a little bit of question of if you can pull something off or not. That's with everybody. I don't care how good they are.
I know. That's why I'm very surprised to hear you that you have weaknesses. I never thought you had any weaknesses. From what I've seen, I never caught any weakness.
Well, here's the thing. The longer I work on this, the better it will. But I can always get it looking better quicker. Does that make sense?
Right.
sometimes, for example, this could be further along if I wasn't making mistakes that I'm, or if I was going about it in a different way. All right, so I mean, there's things that I could be doing better. I could articulate them too, like I just did right now. But even if you make mistakes, you can turn those into not being mistakes. You can either correct them, or you can create a special effect with that that actually, it's like, there's wiggle room, in other words. But I tend to try to look at the work non-emotionally, and I try to root out anything that's to slow me down technically. And one of the things is just being pissed off at myself about stuff, or doubt. Doubt's a big one too, because if you're constantly doubting, it's going to come out in your work, and it's going to create technical issues, and so you have to figure out how not to do that. The best way to do that is just to train, be like, to know what you're doing. If you're not trained, right, then you're going to be making these mistakes. Just made a big one right now, but it doesn't matter.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
the more
actually
experience you have, the more you know what you're gonna do, and the more confidence you get.
yeah, like you need to practice and all this stuff. You're not going to be able to perform if you don't practice what you're doing.
Hmm.
And the method of practice is I've been very fortunate because I've been given a method of practice that I can fall back to. It's not one that I made up myself that has flaws. Because the method of practice, if you're not practicing the right way, you're going to be developing bad habits. It doesn't matter if you're doing it a long time. Oftentimes, like, some painters are really bad, and they've been doing this for a very long time because they're developing the wrong skills. They're not skills, they're just like, it's literally holding them back. Gosh, I'm so stupid now. Right? This was actually. So, like I say, I'm being stupid. Actually, I'm not slowing myself down by saying that. I'm just saying I'm being right. So, like, I'm not getting like emotional about it and suck. I'm not get it because I've done that before. Done that. It's like it's a mind game oftentimes, but most of it's very technical.
It is all in the mind.
Yep, this is true. This is true. It's true. Looks awesome, Laura.
Oh, thank you, Louis.
That looks really damn good. I like that. Are you gonna do a video on this?
Probably like a small time lapse. I don't know what really I can talk
I think you should do more than that.
more.
I
Like
think
what?
yeah.
A tutorial? Or what?
That's something people would like to see. I really like that. It's engaging. It would make an awesome thumbnail if you ever decide not to be lazy and actually do it. And I'll actually help you with that if you want, because I'm a master at thumbnails. I get millions of views with each video. I'm serious. That is a good painting. What you could do, you could either accompany it with a story, but you got to keep in mind, most people do this stuff. They're going to be watching. They're not they don't necessarily paint all the time. That's a really cool thing. You could go around, you could talk about the process, not trying to teach them necessarily, just give your insight with it and talk about some stories or something. Talk about dragging, make it quick, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes or something. I'm just going through saying, I'm putting this color in, blah, blah, blah. Technically, this is what's happening. I decided to do this because of that. Just these interesting artistic choices. I think that would be awesome.
Well, thank you. I will consider
Can
it.
you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just saying that's a compliment because I think that's a really good piece. And I think it merits more than... I think you should do a time lapse, but if I was you, I would make that into like something nice. That's a painting to be proud of.
The best performing video that I have on my channel is my dragon eye that I published before VRA. That was like a month before VRA. I published that and it's still getting views. Like the thing, it's got like, I don't know, for me it's a lot of views, like 8,000 views, but it's just a time lapse. There's nothing happening. It's not even that good because the camera keeps shifting to one side and still people are watching it, and it's getting me a lot of even subscribers and watch time.
Well, that's what was going through my head, was that I remember this, the dragon time lapse, but that's a really good one. I think you should do that, and I should probably do something like that. Dragons are really... And yes, Val, yes, I'm going to try to get on later.
Hello, Andy. Andy's in the house.
It might be later, like 10 tonight. It depends on a lot of things. I might have to pick my dad up and bring him back to the place, but I am going to try to get on. I have some friends coming too, but that'll be before. Are you on right now? This is good. Just see, I can keep on hatching this stuff. Shadow the sun. So, light. Shoots. There we go. Some Gali, what's up? So this is Birchwood panel. Birchwood. Got this at Home Depot. Birchwood is pretty strong, and so I gesso it front, back, and sides times each with Dick Blick water-based gesso. That seems to work. I used a different primer recently, but I don't think I used that on this one. So this is water-based gesso. And then I put a grind on it. It's just simply a mixture of ivory black, some cadmium red, and then thinned down with walnut oil, and I just spread it very thin. That's it. Yeah, it's pretty tough. I like it because it's very durable. It's going to last. It's not going to be, I like canvas, but over time, there's expansion, contraction due to moisture, and ever-changing temperature. And oil paint itself dries over time, even after it's dry to the touch. It'll continuously dry, and it can get brittle, and it can crack. So the surface is going to be a stagnant surface. It's not going to be moving as much as the canvas would. So you're going to have less cracking, which is quite nice. It's going to stand the test of time, because obviously all my work goes into the Louvre in Paris. They're constantly begging me for stuff, so I have to indulge them every once in a while. We've come up with a nice little, because I like keeping my work, even though they pay me several millions of dollars for each piece. It's not a big. Keep up this drawing. Gotta fix this drawing. That's I have a lot of information now. Let's put a couple pieces here, just indications. So. A long time ago, I had a piece at a show, and the floor, the piece, it was a Virgin Mary painting, and it was being displayed on a floor that was very smooth. So I had a tripod easel, one of those wooden ones with the toggles that the toggles prevent the easel from, splitting and just dropping. Well, the smooth floor was so smooth that I had put the painting on it, and this painting itself was done in canvas, and it fell, and then the actual easel went through the through the painting itself.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it was a mess. But it was actually one of the best things that happened, because I got it restored. I found a good restorer who knows how to do that stuff, and I have since become friends with him. He's taught me a lot, but he's also, I've had stuff that needs restored. People need to, get their stuff restored as well, and so I always push them to him. And I've done some work for him as well in terms of like matching color on pieces that are like kind of, they've been, maybe he's had to sew the canvas back together, or was a tear or something, just touch it on.
That's good. Collaboration.
Yeah. But it also made me go to wood.
Right.
This reason, because I like painting on wood itself as well.
I do too, actually. That portrait of that lady is on a wood panel. I really
Right.
enjoy that. Only it's so much more bulky than canvas.
Right.
But it's more durable, I agree. Just feels more sturdy.
Right? Oh, does it feel sturdy? Good feeling.
It's a good feeling.
Just like, necessarily. Maybe I bring this up some.
Thank you so much, Clara. I'm just gonna put the first layer. Just gonna finish covering it, and then gonna take the dogs out. I'll work on it later. This is certainly not a one stand painting. Alla prima. It's not an alla prima.
Val, that'll be good for me because you get my head into it, and I need to be pushed with that because, like, the thing is that at the end of the day, I'm so like my head's just not into things. You know what I mean? So if you can get into it, that's like I get into it because guys stuff kind of teaches me how to look at this, which is very helpful. It's the type of person I am. I kind of need to get guided with certain things. I feel like I have potential. I just getting into things. My brother always helped. Like he gets it natural. All right.
You have a brother?
So I'm working on something. This is tricky right now, and there's a level of artistic shifts that I could do like here and there. Like, for example, moving the street up or down for compositional purposes, but it also can't look made up. Does that make sense? So it's a balancing act. Are you still there, Laura?
I'm still here. Yes, indeed.
Oh, shit. My stream dying?
Oh no, it is. Let me check you.
Hey, can you hear me, Laura?
I can hear you, Lewis.
Good.
I can still see you moving.
Really? My bit rate's questionable at this point. Speed test.
I can see your back.
Speed test is okay. Clear. Yeah. All right. Louder, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Lewis.
Val, can you hear me? Good, you can hear. Can you see me? Is player like everything looking good?
I can hear you and I can see you moving, Lewis.
Good. Okay, thanks, Laura. Okay, got it. Some weird stuff is happening on my computer, I guess, which is fine. That's where the shirt should be. Should be here. It's Val's.
I read it. Are you really
Such a jackass.
importing German
No,
goodies?
I make my own.
Ah, of course.
Actually.
In your studio.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I have a studio.
Yes, of course.
This is stupid. It's actually confusing. So make these changes right now, man. Now and later, as much. So the thing is, like, I'm putting this detail here, which is fine. But honestly, I think I want to kind of fade it. Fade that sun. Fade it. Fade that just a little. It just goes back. That's what I want to do. That's what okay, this makes more sense. There, this is here. Okay. This is pretty. Loud, are you still streaming?
Yep.
I think I'm about to stop.
Okay. I'm not gonna be
Wait.
far behind you. I'm kind of running on low.
I gotta run somewhere very shortly. But this is much better than it was when I got home. Made a lot of corrections. The thing is, I want to rest my eye with the back strong. Maybe for a session where I'm drawing, which is pushing that drawing, and then I go in with the paints because what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is going to require a degree of accuracy with drawing. Drawing needs to be just drops. Just drops. Needs to be correct. So. Make sure this is perspective is on and everything. Everything's where I want it. That is the key. A bit of a rough start. There's still drawing mistakes yet. Denise, what's up?
Oh, is Denise on?
Young Knot. Thank you for reminding me, Young Knot. Okay, Denise Oils. Because we have a D-Nice, and I thought that was because people are constantly changing their name. Good. That's Young Knot. So we got Young Knot here with me. I'm about to call it for today, but this was a successful day, considering especially how it started.
Very good, Louis.
Just put these things in. See, this doesn't make sense. This is here. This is here. That drawing is off. I need to fix. Not good. I'll fix it. I know how. This drops. This is here. That was down. So this would be here. This just drops. That doesn't make sense. No, that doesn't make any sense. Damn it! This is one of the things I do like about this is that it's very easy to erase. So my plan with this, do you know, I'm spelling his name wrong. I'm gonna look up his last name. Mark Boges, I don't know how to say his name. O-H-U-E-S. Mark Boges. Alright, yeah, look up this guy's work. Now, I'm shooting myself in the foot by answering your question. Because I don't know if I can do this. But look him up. And I kind of want to apply some of his technique into like this painting. But the problem is it's a large painting and I'm not sure for various reasons. It's a high bar. It's a high bar. Yeah, he's very good. He's currently alive today. So anyway, that's kind of the deal.
I see
But
landscapes.
this is for my sister, and it's gonna be in oil.
I see a lot of landscapes from him.
He's so awesome. He is so good.
It's very
So
good,
good.
yeah.
I love his work. He is so talented.
Beautiful work, yeah.
Here's the cool thing is that like it's so easy to see good work. Now it's always best to see it in person. Always. I don't care because let me tell you,
Tell me.
subtle shifts in contrast, in exposure, in color intensity, in saturation, very subtle shifts that you don't think can totally change the feel of a piece. It's always best to see it in real life because oftentimes they do look better in real life, I've found. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's the exact opposite. He is very good. It's not a la prima. He doesn't just do one shot with it. He continuously goes back in and works it.
Yeah, that doesn't look like alla prima work.
And I think he probably lays a small foundation first. Like I think he goes in. I don't know. So my point is, I'm not sure I can bring it to that skill level. I know that if I practiced very hard, and especially having him as a reference, I could get close. Whether I can do it at this piece or not, I'm not sure. But it's good to give yourself a high bar. Things like you got to challenge yourself, and I keep on thinking that's how I want it. Here's the thing: there's a level of creativity, even though that's like very realistic stuff. That's not how nature actually looks, if that makes sense. His paintings. That's not a knock. That's actually a huge compliment.
Yeah, yeah.
So he has this touch to his work that's just beautiful.
He improves
He
it.
adds to it. He improves it. He plays color off each other to create an illusion that's pleasing. It's not always in nature. If he wanted to do like exact color, I'm sure he could, but it would be a step back from what he's already doing. That's a compliment. Like he's damn good. And that's what I have to I am trying to do that. Like I've been keeping up with him, his work for a long time, and I just think all right. Of Richard Schmidt, yeah, I can see that with his brushwork, his color. It's almost just like it's very expressive stuff, very controlled, but has solid drawing. It's painterly, tight, but not tight. He's really, I think he's mastered the brush in his craft, which is so good. Guys, I am going to call it here. Laura, don't mess up. I'm telling you, don't be an idiot. Okay, I really want you to do something with this.
Thanks, Louis.
It really looks good.
Thank you. I'm actually gonna stop as soon as I put a little shine in his eye.
That's a good piece, and that would make a nice thumbnail.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be working on this for a whole bunch more. I
Good.
gotta put in scales and all sorts of stuff, stars, and fill in all the bits and pieces that aren't even covered. Oh, so this is just
I
the
think that's
first
really cool.
pass. Yeah.
looks really
Mulțumesc,
good.
Mama. Aw, my mom
That looks-
is here. She's
Oh!
saying that it's beautiful.
Tell Mama Drush. What's the name?
Andrush.
Agrush.
Her
Ciao.
That's not her name, by the
That
way.
name.
Not anymore.
What is her name?
Her name is Lucia.
Lucia. Ciao, Lucia. Fatto bene. Sì. Yeah.
I
All
know
right.
my mom's gonna call me after this. She's gonna be like, "Who was
Who the
that?"
hell? What happened?
All right,
Yeesh.
Louis. Okay, everybody. Ciao, Mama. Bye, everyone. Te poop.
Wait, are you leaving? Are you leaving?
I am leaving too. Yeah.
Okay, I am too. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Yes, indeed. Thank you,
And just
everyone.
remember, I care about y'all more than Laura cares about you. Just keep that in mind.
It's probably true. Benjamin Strong. Hello. Ciao.
That's Val. That's Val.
That's Val. Oh my.
Oh, when I'm streaming, I'm probably next Monday or Tuesday I'll be streaming, but I'll try to give a heads up in disc.
All right. I'll see you
Laura,
guys.
I'll see you.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Bye, guys. I'll
Bye.
take care.